What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 90210 for Show. It's a podcast on the 90s to 2000s hit show Beverly Hills 90210. Okay? Yeah, that's right. I'm 41 years old and I got a sleeping German Shepherd on my second step in my basement, and that's what I do. I do a 90210 podcast. This episode is episode 4, season 1. The first time. I've been thinking about it. I don't know if I'm going to talk much about the episode. I feel like sometimes when I talk these episodes, I kind of just buzz over, just talking what the episode is, and maybe for the listener that just wants to maybe just kind of, just kind of shoot the shit on just the characters, because I feel like I am buzzing by it a little bit fast when I'm just kind of just following the episode and stuff like that. This episode was the first time. Okay, it's basically when Brandon has his girlfriend Sheryl come from Minnesota to visit him. I thought that was pretty fast for Sheryl to come visit him, right? I mean, because he just started the school year. I mean, just moved to town. I get it. It's his ex-girlfriend, and she kind of wants to come and say, I'm kind of missing you, and what are you doing down here with all these rich kids? And Brandon's like, I'm a nice guy, but I want to tell you to back off. That's what he wants to do. No, I don't think he was doing that at all. So Sheryl comes to visit, and which who falls victim of the fast nightlife of the city, right? Because she's, Sheryl is, she's just a good old-fashioned Minnesota girl, and she comes to Beverly Hills 90210 and goes, whoa, get me the cocaine and get me a boyfriend that plays guitar. I mean, I don't think that's exactly what she was thinking, but if, that's what I would be thinking. And then meanwhile, while that storyline's going on, Brenda over here develops a crush on her math teacher. I feel like Brenda, she's a bit of a lover, right? I mean, Brandon's a lover too. I mean, for twins, they're definitely loving, right? I mean, but Brenda's, she's definitely a lover, right? She's looking for love in all the wrong places, especially if she's got a crush on her math teacher. I don't know, man. I'm a guy. I'm 41. I graduated from Akron East High School in Akron, Ohio. Goodyear Heights all day. And never once had a crush on a teacher. Never once. There was not one teacher where I'm like, whoa, look at the tits on Miss Bennigan. Nothing like that. Nothing. I don't know. Is that odd that I never had that? I do know there was some guy teachers that there was some, we had some student teachers. We had these 2 student teachers that eventually came and taught at our school. They were twins. Yeah. One was like a football coach and like a math coach, and the other one was just like, he's that guy that's like real handsome twin that's walking around with a book in his hand. He's trying to do his version of Dylan McKay is what I'm saying. And I'm sure I knew there was a lot of women crushing over him, but those 2. But back to me. I'm telling you, Brenda, it's not a good idea to get a crush on your math teacher. I don't understand it, but so Brenda, she develops this crush, right? And then she does babysit for this guy. And that's another thing. That seems like a conflict of interest. If you're going to babysit for a teacher, that would seem like that would be like in the code of conduct handbook or something that the teachers sign, especially with the school board or something. Isn't this, what, they don't got unions out there? You would think that you're like, hey, the kids that go to your school, don't ask them to babysit, dummy. Okay, you don't do that, right? Because that's how kids, just bad things happen. I don't got to get graphic, But so Brenda babysits, right? 2 of the wildest children Brenda and these kids have ever seen. And also Brenda, she didn't babysit him by himself. She goes, guess what? We're going to ask Kelly and Donna, all right? And like I said before in other podcasts, I like to call her Kel, okay? Yeah, and I like to call Brenda Bren, all right? So you guys got to keep up out there, It's so when I say Bren, that's short for Brenda, all right? When I say Kel, that's short for Kelly, all right? Because that's how a lot of times, Dylan McKay would call Brenda Bren, right? Or maybe not. Maybe it was just Brandon. But he definitely called Kelly Kel. Like, maybe like Kel, right? Like their little thing. And Donna Martin popped her head up in this episode a little bit. You can tell they're slowly dripping Donna Martin into there. Although Donna Martin, she obviously flies higher as the seasons go on, and you kind of see who Donna Martin is, and the whole thing about Donna and her mom and Donna's mom, Donna Martin's mom. Whoa, you want to talk about, she knows, well, first of all, she's a mom, and she thinks she knows what's good for Brenda. I'm sorry, Donna, and Donna's dad. Oh God, Donna's a daddy's girl. All right, everybody out there knows Donna's a daddy's girl. But so Donna Martin slowly starting to pop her head up there, and pretty good episode, right? I mean, it's showing Brandon's his past girlfriend, and kind of showing who he was. But obviously Brandon has already moved on to the idea of like, look, this is his new world, and this is where it's at. All right, you can't have your foot back in the Minnesota game like he has. You got to move forward. He's a Beverly Hills 90210 West Beverly High School student. Okay, pretty good episode. I I had somebody write in. To tell me that I don't know who the fuck thinks they're giving me fun facts over here, but they wrote in and said that the actual house that the Walshes lived in it wasn't even in Beverly Hills. If you're really going by that physical house, that it's like 30 miles from Beverly Hills, and a town called, I'm going to hack this up, and you're going to definitely know I'm not from that part of the world. Altadena. I don't even know how you say that, I'm sure. But that's where the real Walsh house is. Hey, it's Hollywood, man. All right. Hell, actually, that house looked pretty modest for Beverly Hills, even in the 90s. I don't think that was going to be swinging even in the 90s. Jim and Cindy Walsh had a pretty modest house. Okay. Also, somebody wrote in and said that Shannon Doherty had a horrible audition, which a lot of people have horrible auditions, and that Brandon Walsh was the last role they casted. So Jason Priestley only had a weekend to prepare for that, for his Brandon Walsh role. Isn't that weird that Brandon Walsh, at this point, I would kind of think that Brandon and Brenda are the stars of the show. Whether at this point, I mean, I know as time goes on, there's different stars. And as things later on go, obviously Brandon leaves the show, Brenda leaves the show, Andrea kind of leaves the show, and then you see more of a David Silver, Donna Martin, obviously Dylan McKay and Kelly Taylor take the lead. But at this point, at the beginning of it, I really feel like Brenda and Brandon are the stars, and it really. If that's true, that Brandon Walsh was the last role that they casted, whoa, right? What a brave thing to do. You think they would have casted that first? I mean, you would have thought that they would have been like, look, we got our star out of the way, and let's piece around the star, which kind of blew my mind because Brandon was such a good Brandon, right? I mean, we don't have any other comparisons of who else would have done better as Brandon, but Brandon did such a good. I mean. Give it up. Whoever did the casting really nailed it. I mean, it's very rare that you look at like 90210 and you're like, I just never liked that character. I mean, if anything, the main character that I did not really ever like was, I mean, besides like, some of the, you can nitpick all day, some of the parents and stuff like that, and some of the supporting cast and stuff. But Andrea Zuckerman, I mean, I don't know. But her character really isn't that likable. I mean, I know there's people out there that like Andrea. I'm sure it's like their type of personality where they're like, Andrea was like, she was so smart and independent. And she lived at her grandma's house outside of 90210, but please don't say anything about it, because she doesn't want to get in trouble. And she would tear up every once in a while, but she was smart, all right? And then, the whole Andrea thing there, But... as casting went, man, they really nailed it. I mean, they really nailed it. I mean, Luke Perry, what a hot piece of ass, right? Kelly Taylor, come on. Kelly Taylor right out of the gates. Although, she's a straight-up blondie. Totally nailed it. I mean, they really did. And even for, like, them to grab David Silver, he was a little bit younger, right? I mean, to even grab Brian Austin Green when he was young, a lot of times those young kids, when they grow up, they just, they're like ugly toads. But he turned into a hot piece of ass. How'd they do that? That was good casting. So kudos to whoever did that, And obviously Donna Martin. I mean, I don't know how they found her, but maybe the Aaron Spelling had her a bedroom away because his damn daughter, which everybody, I don't even know why I said that. I might have people clicking off where it's like we didn't know that. We didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, so Andrea was actually Gabrielle. Oh, God, I'm going to mess this up. Carteris, I don't know, lied about her age, I guess. I don't know why. I mean, she, obviously, everybody knows that Andrea was supposed to be like what, a sophomore in high school. But I tell you, I think Andrea was literally, when she first started doing this, she was like 29 years old. She's playing a 16-year-old. I mean, first of all, right there, the show should have just been like, whoa, 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 right? Like if you started watching 90210 in 1990 and you go, whoa, 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 whoa. You're saying a 16-year-old, a 29-year-old is playing a 16-year-old, right? I mean, she's playing somebody literally almost twice the age. Twice the age. I don't know why my dog's walking around. Lola, you need to sit down. What is your problem? Maybe you got your jingly collar over here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I got a 3-year-old German Shepherd over here walking with her rabies and her dog license clicking and clacking together. Yeah. So Andrea Zuckerman was literally 29 years old. I mean, playing a 16-year-old. Hey, good for them. They pulled it off. And then also, look, she looked good. I'm not even bashing her. I mean, she looked good. I guess she was a 16-year-old. I know you throw those big old 90s, 80s, 90s glasses on her, and you know, she pulls it off. You know, I mean, she caught up to the age. I feel like she looked pretty good, even, you know, even as they got older and they got out of high school and college. And she did the whole thing with Jesse, right? Yeah, the whole storyline with Jesse. And Jesse was like a Hispanic, like, what was he, like a catering waiter, all right? And she kind of ran into him. And he's like, I'm going to med school. And boy, Jesse had a nice smile, right? Jesse always had that nice smile. Very handsome guy, right? And Andrea Zuckerman totally fell for Jesse and kind of derailed her whole overachiever path, but then realized like, hey, I'm a mom, right? Remember when, I don't want to get too far ahead, but remember when Andrea started cheating on Jesse? Whoa, totally out of character, right? She was cheating on him with like the ER doctor or whatever that guy was. Yeah, they were getting it on in broom closets. Oh yeah, I'm being rude. That's right. I'm being a bit rude, man. I'm being. Yeah. Shout out to Jenny Garth. What a hot pizza, huh? Good for you, Jenny. Guys, I'm going to keep this episode a bit short today. I got some things to do and not feeling so hot. I do apologize. I'm going to try to come with every day, have another episode about this first season. I like watching the first season of 90210 because I like how it's pretty basic bones still. You can tell they don't have the budget yet. I can see that they're developing the characters, but they did a really good job. I mean, seriously, I think they did a really good job on developing the characters. You know, with 90210, I mean, you could pick apart how you know, they always have those like moral things going on, but I guess it gives the show substance. You know, I mean, it's a little bit more than just showing like people flossing their Bentleys and stuff like that. Guys, this is 90210 for show. All right, that's my podcast. I do have another podcast over on the Laugh Factory Network. It's This is for the Birds with Russ Williamson and Pat Kelly. You can follow me on Instagram at Eric Pennell 1975. That's EricPennell 1975. And guys, thanks again for listening. You guys have a good day.